All right. So, I mean, I just did the math. So 4 overnights a week would put your overnights up to 208. Right now it's 157. Let's do, if you're asking for 5 overnights a week, then you're talking about 260 overnights annually. So are you asking for 208? Are you asking for 260? Are you asking for something?
I'm asking for 260.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
So Ms. Ugly, are you contesting Mr. Fort's request that child support get recalculated based on him having 260 overnights?
Yes.
Okay.
There have been.
Well, okay. What time out?
Sure.
So since you're contesting it, we're going to go ahead and swear you in and take your testimony.
Okay.
So if you would please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
The courtroom opens with a critical question. The judge tries to clarify the father's request, asking whether he wants child support recalculated based on having the child 4 to 5 nights per week. The numbers quickly become central: 157 overnights versus a possible 208 or even 260. The father confidently confirms he is asking for 260 overnights annually, setting the stage for a tense legal dispute.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. You can lower your hand. All right, so you may continue.
Okay. Since the beginning of this year and probably the year following before, I've let Patrick decide when Kaysen would be home. It does really range on a 3 to 4 a week. I want to say it balances, and I don't agree with his calendar, but I don't have a way to prove on mine. Patrick and I have no contact with each other, and I would like to work on contact. We at least agree with each other when Kaysen should be here. Kaysen is with the other one. And we've had a good balance going on. Patrick only pays $80 a month, which is not a substantial amount. I was paying $400 a month. I also raised Kaysen from the time he was born till 6 years old.
The judge turns to the mother, asking if she contests this request. Without hesitation, she says yes. This immediately shifts the tone of the hearing. The judge pauses the discussion and formally swears her in, signaling that what follows will be treated as serious testimony under oath.
I have let Patrick go ahead and help parent. He's been involved with school, with the doctor. That's been extremely helpful, and it's been good for Kaysen, and things have gotten better. There were incidents of domestic violence, and Kaysen was diagnosed with PTSD, as am I, which is why I keep my distance. Over the last year, I've been struggling with PTSD, and it's been better for Kaysen not to be here with me all the time, the 4 days a week.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
It's been better for Kaysen not to always be here the 4 days a week. So it's usually...
And I had a question about that, the 4 days a week. So under the current parenting time order, Kaysen would ordinarily be with you about 4 days a week. Is that right?
4 to 5. Yeah, he comes home once during the week.
The mother begins explaining the parenting arrangement. She says the schedule has never been fixed, describing it as fluctuating between 3 to 4 days per week. She disagrees with the father's calendar, but admits she has no solid proof to counter it, adding uncertainty to her claims.
And then he's home Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay. And I don't mind mixing that up and having, Friday, Saturday, going home Sunday, and having 2 days. But I'd like to work it out so there isn't I would like to do 50-50. I'm getting to the point where I'm actually comfortable co-parenting with you. And I need to be able to do this without fearing for my safety or our safety or blowing up. And that's what I'm asking for.
Well, you understand that this is not a hearing to change parenting time.
I understand that. And parenting time itself is, I would like to say we're pretty happy with the schedule.
So do I hear you correctly that over the past,
She reveals that communication between them is nearly non-existent. Despite that, she says they have managed to maintain a balance when it comes to their child. However, she points out that the father only pays a small amount in child support, while she previously contributed much more financially.
year and a half. I mean, I thought I heard you say that over that time, because of, your struggles with PTSD, that you were not having Kaysen the 4 to 5 days each week, that it was a lesser amount.
It's 4 to, it has not been 5 days.
Okay.
4, rarely 3 during soccer. He had Saturday morning games. So he stayed there Friday night. It has ranged, but because of, when I knew that this was going to come down to a fight, who has Kaysen more, who, it shouldn't be about money at this point. Kaysen's never gone hungry. Kaysen's never had something he didn't need. No, he's not, in an overabundance of toys and gifts. He's got everything he needs, but he doesn't like not having his Burger King. He doesn't like not having sugary snacks.
The situation takes a serious turn as she brings up past domestic violence. She explains that both she and the child were diagnosed with PTSD, which has deeply affected her ability to co-parent. This emotional layer adds complexity beyond just finances and scheduling.
And he has called his dad, like, can you drop off Burger King? Can you drop off whatever? We're not in any situation where we're lacking in food, but we don't have an overabundance of, like, here's 5 different dinners and here's, and all of these, it's $80 a month. And $80 a month is worth having an open communication with each other than it is to try and restrict this again. It's not about the money, but I can't, I was just taken to eviction court. That's looking at $2,000 within the next month and a half and another $400 a month. I'm not working at this time.
So do I understand that you disagree with the calendar? Do you think the calendar is incorrect?
I do.
Okay, that's not, I just all I wanted to know.
Yes,
Okay.
my phone died.
The judge focuses on a key statement she makes, that it has sometimes been better for the child not to stay with her as often due to her struggles. This raises concerns and leads the judge to question the current parenting schedule more closely.
Within the week before, so I can't go back and look at scheduled days.
Okay. So do you think then, and I thought I heard you say that, well, would you say that you've generally been averaging 3 days a week?
I think if I'm calculating it right, it's going to be almost half. So 50-50. 4 days a week, up to 3 times a month, if not less. So like 4 to 3 days.
Okay.
And especially during summer, I'm asking that we come back to this. And once we can figure this out, but I'm, with everything else going on this week and not having a lawyer, it's just.
She clarifies that the child typically spends weekends with her and occasionally weekdays, but the schedule often shifts. She expresses a desire for a 50-50 arrangement, explaining that she now feels more ready to co-parent without fear.
It's not sensible right now to try and argue a point where what's in the best interest of Kaysen, what's in the best interest. And I'm grateful that Pat has been there to help, to watch Kaysen, to have Kaysen there over the last year through this.
And so, Miss Ugly, I mean, it sounds like you feel like you're in a better spot now. Is that?
Yes.
Time to understand? And so, I mean, based on how you're feeling, do you think you're going to want to go back to, what the court order has with, you getting generally, it looks like 4 days a week?
Yes.
I see. And I heard that, did you hear the testimony of Mr. Fort? He testified that you only started asking for more parenting time after he filed his motion. Do you agree with that?
That's because it became a fight.
The judge reminds her that this hearing is only about child support, not custody changes. Still, her statements reveal ongoing tension and confusion about the actual parenting time being followed.
Keeson has spent more of the nights where he was supposed to be here at a friend's house. So when I'm texting at 6 o'clock at night, when are you coming home? Are you coming home? No, I want to go to a friend's. The fact that we're using that against each other is what upsets me.
Could you explain that a little bit more? I'm not sure I understand that.
Every time where Kaysen is supposed to have been home Friday night, there's a party going on and Kaysen wants to spend the night at a friend's house. That's fine, but Patrick's using it against me that he's not with me. No, he's not, because we're letting him have a social life and then go out with friends. So yeah, this has been more of a fight, and unfortunately, when Kaysen was born, the reasoning for CPS becoming involved in the first place, it's not the last circumstance, but it was because of domestic violence, and they feared for our safety. And Patrick has changed a lot in the last couple of years. We don't talk much, but the aggressive outbursts, the behavior has been better.
Financial stress becomes a major factor. The mother admits she is unemployed and facing eviction, needing thousands of dollars soon. She insists the issue is not about money, yet her situation clearly shows how critical financial support has become.
Kaysen came back from Patrick's pretty devastated after he was removed from my care for 9 months. Showed signs of having PTSD come back, pretty severe. His attitude, his demeanor, he went from being calm and happy to becoming violent, angry, upset.
Miss Egley, these are, these are all relevant things for parenting time. That is why I put the motion for the custody. And things have been gradually, like Kaysen's doing really well, school's doing really well. Yeah, but all I can focus on right now is the child support. So I'm just let's take another look at that. Yeah.
When questioned about the father's calendar, she firmly states it is inaccurate. However, her inability to provide records weakens her position, leaving the court with conflicting claims and no clear evidence.
Was there anything else that you wanted to say just about the child support situation?
Just that I would like to settle this out of court, but what can be done or what needs to be done, I guess.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Fort, any questions for Ms. Egley?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Ms. Egley, you sat here and said that his school is going okay. How many times, Ms. Egley, have you been to an IEP?
Okay, hey, guys. This is not about parenting time. That's not relevant. If you want to have a custody hearing or a parenting time hearing, please file the appropriate motion. A hearing on that will be scheduled. We're only here today on child support.
Okay, Ms. Egley, why is it now that I file my motion, you're contacting me on Friday and asking me when Kaysen is coming home?
The father then questions her directly, pointing out inconsistencies. He raises concerns about food, basic care, and communication. The tension rises as both sides begin highlighting each other's shortcomings.
Before this motion has ever been filed, Ms. Egley.
Okay, that's it. Just let her answer that question. Go ahead, Ms. Egley.
Because I let you dictate a lot of the time. Kaysen has been home every Friday, except for before in soccer. I've been really allowing, knowing that it hasn't been a fight between us. He is going to a friend's house Friday night. If I have to not let Kaysen go to a friend's house, but I'm texting you now because we're at the time and period where we're able to text and talk. I haven't been to IEPs because I couldn't be in the same room with you. I don't
hey, Miss Egley, I don't want to hear about
I know. I don't text you.
You're getting non-responsive. Mr. Fort, any more questions?
Why, Miss Egley, all the text messages that I have.
The mother responds emotionally, explaining rising living costs and her struggles without steady income. She insists she has always cared for the child, even during difficult times, and defends her role as a parent.
It's me asking you when you are going to take Kaysen. there's only a handful of times you have messaged me and asked me if you can have Kaysen.
I don't need to ask you if I can have Kaysen for something that we've already set. It's really random during the week what days he's been here. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you text me and say, what time do you want him? What time? And you're the one dropping him off.
Any
I think
more
Kaysen
questions?
being involved with you has been really good. And I don't want to go back on anything that we've kind of built back together as it pertains to Kaysen. And you know this is a good home.
Okay, so it's getting non-responsive. The question was, how come there's no text messages on my
Because
phone?
he's dropping them off.
Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Fort.
If everything's going good in your home and
The father continues, claiming he has taken on more responsibility, including providing essentials and covering expenses. He argues that it is unfair for him to financially support the child in both households.
you can support him in your home, why am I supplying the pull-ups for him in your home? Why have you asked me multiple times to make sure he is fed before he comes to your house? Or you've told me multiple times through text messaging that you don't have food for him at his house. And
It's not that there isn't food, and we do have pull-ups here. Casey doesn't like to wear them. They're a different brand. As for food, I don't have a lot of the snacks. And last night or yesterday, I didn't know he was going to be here for 2 days. It was early in the afternoon. I don't have anything right now. Tomorrow we get food. It's $500 with the price of groceries going up. Everything has become a lot more expensive. We're just going month to month, and like that last week, a little bit struggle.
After reviewing everything, the judge delivers the decision. Due to conflicting testimony and lack of solid evidence, the court cannot confirm a significant change in parenting time. As a result, the request to modify child support is denied. The judge concludes that any future changes must come through a proper modification of the parenting order, leaving both parties where they started, still in disagreement.